Viewers, subscriber, wagwan, big up on yourself. You don't know there again with another one. And you don't know the atmosphere surrounding the whole Jamaica right now is about Vybz Kartel case and the Privy Council people. And you don't know where they on day second. And based on what going on in a day first, I think when it come on to the scale of Vybz Kartel versus the state, I think the thing more lean to Vybz Kartel in terms of like the arguments we put forward. You see what I say, people, and me think it was the same for day second. So you don't know, fans and well-wishers of Vybz Kartel is very excited and confident that the verdict will rule in his favor, my people. You see what I say? Yeah, man, so you don't know the argument them put forward, and we kind of have to wait like probably a month, 2 months or 3 months for, get the final response from the Privy Council, you see it. But as me say, the argument we put forward by Vybz Kartel team, me think it more stronger than what was what them put forward by the prosecution. Mainly the fact that them kind of have them down pan the fact that there was a compromised juror pan the case and then make the case go through same way as it. So the judges keep on ask them how them not know say since one juror compromised, the rest of them compromise, and me not think them could have give like a solid answer towards that. You see when I say people, so me think that kind of give them a lot of trouble same way, and me think that away Vybz Kartel them kind of punch them with. But at the end of the day, still people, as me say, the final say not really say it, so we are wait and see same way, you see it. So here we go on now. Me have like a little reasoning where me and my brethren them the whole on this channel same way. So you don't know how the thing go. We are going to share it, and it's an opinionated reason, because as we say, as soon as them reach to whatever verdict them reach finally, then we can hold with final closing arguments where we sure say this happen or that happen. But you don't know, fans listen, hear what them hear, put forward them arguments. Some may agree with, some may not agree with, but at the end of the day, it's just reasoning. I see it, I really find it interesting to hear like different perspectives. So what me I go do, I go share it, and you don't know, me gonna take a listen as well if you never listen it already. So as I say, big up on yourself, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, people. Yeah, man. So check.
Well, today I just a closing argument still, so I guess in a regular court proceeding, the prosecutor gets to go 2 times. So I guess in the Privy Council situation, I guess the defense gets to go 2 times. So the defense open and close. So we don't know if the prosecutor gets to close. Still,
but like it done to me still.
Yeah, but here I'm going to tell you another thing still in the general. Kartel come out in the general.
No done, man.
So here I'm going to tell you why, right? Now I'm going to tell you why, right? You see, what the prosecutor I try to show we, which I don't think them need to convince the judge, the panel, yeah? I'm making no sense in the general. You see, with all the situation, with all the jury situation, the outcome of the case proves, say, the case of tamper with it. If they go the next way, we have a situation because they want to go the next way. But with the evidence where we present, we bring a guilty verdict. Let me finish my point, my brother. With the evidence we present, bring a guilty verdict. Now we're going to present the same evidence to you guys. Even though you guys are saying that the jury tamper with, we're going to present the same evidence with you guys. And you guys are going to put yourself in the jury's shoes and see if you were the jury, were you going to acquit him or you going to vote guilty, in another words. So they're making a case to the prosecutor and say, listen to me, regardless of whatever the jury are saying, the evidence outcome is a guilty verdict where anybody with an objective answer say, well, it's a guilty verdict. So here we go on. If the jury did swing the other way, they would have know say it tamper. But because the jury give you a guilty verdict, it not tamper with. So guess what now? You know I'm gonna make the decision to say if this man were uno say and we have other evidence to support this man do them
but me not think evidence them a look on mainly.
Exactly. But that is yes. Facts. That is a fact, That is a fact, But guess what?
I think them mainly did a look on,
procedural breach. All right, procedure. All right. Are you guys ever heard of a thing them called moral turpitude?
Yeah.
Okay. This case here, I got display a lot of moral turpitude. Yeah. So what am I showing now? What Kartel do? What he's doing? otherwise from this case. A lot of things else where you can't say this man, character is not good enough, Papa. So the verdict we get.
Hold on. All right. Remember saying no. The first thing the judge said, no, if we are recalled for instance, no, you have to
stop
take
the case.
You should stop the case.
Right.
What? But you have to consider a man. You have to consider it's just a public. I think. Because it go affect the public whatever way it bias, whatever way create swing. It will affect the public. So beside that, we said is that members said they get 3.5 questions to consider for this case, which now have nothing to do with innocent or guilty, One, why judge do what them do? Why judge never question a witness and his cell phone evidence? He breach his right to his cell phone evidence. Because there's no way digital should just randomly just take up evidence give police like that without naturally not following a procedure. And there's no way police should just do that. There's no way court should just accept it.
And that's why I just say you see the same probably over a lawsuit against digital if him free.
So that's why really feel say them are gonna let him out, what you go on? Digital will get caught tonight. The government will get caught tonight. TVJ will get caught tonight. There's a bunch of people, because there's a bunch of things said, which now if the case thrown out, basically null and void. But when they are Privy Council different than where Jamaican people are thinking.
Listen, remember, both side yesterday, show an argument why them can't have a retrial, The prosecutor present a case why them can't have a retrial, and the defense produce a case to them why them can't have a retrial, why them do not want a retrial. Yesterday, yeah? So hear this now, yeah? We're not talking about a retrial, We're talking about releasing this man, or we're talking about releasing this man or keeping this man in a prison. So based on the evidence that you have, yes, okay, cool. The proceeding is not right, but guess what? No? Based on the evidence that you have, what would you do with the evidence that you have?
Well, I know. Me point to the one.
Here we are still not animal, but I don't know if I'm not looking into it too deep, but me just look into when here are reason.
And I understand. Let me say this.
I say me observe them. I inquire if Kartel get a fair trial.
All right. May I go show you a situation when we know personally, yeah? Personally, I'm tell about a situation we know, right? So, we know a youth one time get caught in one situation where him get caught with some situation, right? And when him get caught with the situation and him go court, when him go to the first court before he go trial, right? There's a situation come up in the case where the policeman who arrest this individual write a statement the day when him arrest the individual. But on the questioning of the prosecutor about his statement, him stated that what he is testifying to the prosecutor right now, he didn't remember it until yesterday. But you write the statement 2 months ago. When you're writing the statement, this situation freshly occur because you're writing the statement when you're arresting the person. But when you write the statement 2 months ago, but 3 days ago, you remember something that you didn't remember minutes when you're writing the statement. So the person at the court say, okay, that's a good point for them saying no trial. You know what the judge say? The judge say, you know what I'm going to do? Now I'm turning it over to trial, so the trial judge will decide that. See, so I say this to say this, right? Just like yesterday when the prosecutor first come and say, the defense first come and say, boy, everything tamper with, and the judge come out, and the judge come out and I say, boy, here I go, you should have stopped the trial, That's what the judge are saying, my brother. That's what the panel are saying based on the evidence where them present. However, the case is not about evidence. But you have this person, it's not a regular person you're having at this situation. So what are you going to do with the situation, brother? We know say him guilty because the evidence proves say him guilty. So what are you going to do now? You're going to release let me finish. Let me play. You're going to release a convicted man on technicality, knowing that he's guilty, or you're going to keep him in prison because he's guilty. So that's the argument. Them are going to leave for the judge.
That's how you have to not talk about
guilt and innocent.
But that is what the prosecutor presenting, my brother. All I'm doing now, my brethren. All I'm doing is paraphrasing.
So
let me just finish. I'm not going to talk.
I have to ask just one more thing before. I have to ask if the Privy Council are going to put forward something and say this is what we are based our thing pan, and then I do something totally opposite of what we are seeing
Well,
them as argue upon.
the law is to be interpreted, my brother. And
No.
listen up. There is letters. There's a little letter which change a word, and there's a little word that change a sentence, and
No,
everything else got different situation.
but
So listen what me I say, eh?
Animal, what me I say? Remember say basement of this case, you know. It's not about innocent or guilt, you know. It's
And
procedural breach from a judge to a foreman to everything. And from there's a procedural breach. A head lad already tell us a matter should have chose. So it's
all
a
right,
matter fee the prosecutor convince you and the defense further thinking the matter why matter should chose. The reason why defense don't want a retrial, because retrial basically will cost them too much, more evidence might come forth. If they acquit the matter, better for him.
let me say this to you yesterday. Yesterday, when the prosecutor is making his argument, we not hear what the prosecutor say, because all the prosecutor do is highlight a part and tell the panel some part of a read. We do not know what is said in
All right,
that
me I will
part.
ask you one question. When the prosecutor was giving the argument of a jury 10-1, what was the judge problem? Why did give you a reason why they should have continued? Which is stutter every time he asks, he can't give a convinced reason why they never
Facts.
remove a man. If they
Listen.
remove a man, now that are gonna lead to a mistrial. So they must either restart the trial or acquit him.
And them tell why, them explain in a nutshell why them can't have a retrial, because it's not a
Exactly.
regular person. So what I'm
Exactly.
saying, they are
So,
saying this.
alright,
Hold on.
hold on.
His
Next one,
argument
question.
he's making, listen, the prosecutor argument at that point he's making is this: what would you do if you were the jury with these evidence? In a nutshell, what I'm saying, I'm paraphrasing what the prosecutor is saying. I'm not saying word for word what he's saying.
No, we
I am
understand.
telling you my understanding of what is said. My understanding of what he said. Don't get me wrong, When the panel started, the panel give a major blow to the defense when the panel said the case should have stopped, That's a major blow, and I'm still not seeing no comeback from that, All I see coming back from that is the prosecutor trying to bring evidence alive to say, listen to me, all when time the situation was a messed up, we get it right. What do you think? So now, what they're trying to show now, moral turpitude of this person that we're talking about, my brother, is not like say, I want innocent person where is a technicality, There's other stuff we have. So hear this now. We know it is on this case. So this case, I got just a precedent. Either way, it's already a precedent set, because there should not be a case should have stopped. Now, if this change, a different situation.
Hold on, I'm going to say one thing to you. Make somebody else talk after this. After the live, I done more research between the live and later on, where a Chicago court of appeal say I go into R. Kelly case. Procedural breach and go through the case, overturning verdict at 20 years. Because I same thing. Then get the evidence on a procedural breach. So right now R. Kelly goodly free. Is it that they don't have evidence to convict R. Kelly? Yes. Witness there, yes. But the procedural breach, no matter if the man guilty or innocent, the court, no matter what that, the court have to deal with guilt or innocent and pass that the court there already, Now we are dealing with how you come by the information. Is it that it's constitutionally right? No, you're breaching man right. So it's just come like how with the Jamaica and police
But
stop it.
who say it right, wrong, or right though?
The court, the law.
No, when listen, you know what? One of the key thing where the judge asks, if this ever happened in Jamaica before, me that
No.
telling you be very cautious, because them people always smiling on the face and will be
No, but
surprised.
hold on. If you notice where Isaac say, this is a state case, not a
No, to them me attack, one of the judge asks.
Yeah, but me I said to you, say, this case is a state case. That's why Isaac make reference to Australia, Canada. That means they not no way, so no use no other matter. If you say alright, based on Rick versus Morris in South Africa, this was the verdict. Or basically Rick versus
Listen.
Animal. They not have no other case like this.
Let me say this. Let me say this, General.
Hold on, General.
One word, as him said that, answer the question.
Yeah,
Listen, me, General. The state versus John Gotti. When John Gotti situation was a similar situation where Giuliani thought that the defense had gotten to the jurors, so they had alternative jurors. So they took out like four. I think they took out like 6 of the jurors in the trial, just like Vybz Kartel situation.
But they
And
don't take out no jury. So it can't be like the same thing.
No,
Can
what
jury-
I'm saying is a similar situation where they just switch out some of the juror. This judge sent home a juror, and then they said, well, listen to me. The rest of the jury they're not tainted, and the reason why the rest of the jury they're not tainted because none of the jury had voted to acquit him,
No,
which
but
that
you
was
don't,
the
but you don't know that.
okay.
You have no evidence to suggest that, you know. Me and you don't have no evidence to suggest that, you know. Because the
Fact.
prosecutor and the defense at this point, the judge never questioned none of them, which is the lady lord and the man lord have big issue with. Why judge never asks or further investigate the matter, say if he did poison it reach 1, 2, 3 or all 11 of them, but they refuse to say alright, we not accept it. It could be said that, you know, since a man vote 10-1, 10 of them never accept it, and the one accept it. That no must be truth, you know. In moment there's a breach, a law breach. Correct. Remember
Exactly.
say, well, I me I tell
Exactly.
last thing me I go say. Remember say jury take a vote say them a go tell the truth. Where 4 women say she only concerned about the juror. She not concerned. She not concerned about nobody else, you know. She don't talk where rest of people in here. She only concerned about one person. So you
Eh,
want
eh,
tell me say him only say to one person?
No, listen now. The jury has said she's concerned about the safety of the one person because the next 9 person, him already try to corrupt them and them all stood them ground, and that's why he went to him.
No, but alright.
Listen up. That's why they went to the 4th person because them figure say the 4th person can influence the whole panel, the whole of the jury. So that is why the person go to the 4th person. When the person approach the 4th person about bribing, you know, the person already approached everybody else, everyone of the jury already, you know.
Okay. So
And that is why, hold on. And that
is
is what the prosecutor is saying that, listen, they didn't tear the jury because the jury come back with a guilty verdict based on the evidence that we presented. And the evidence is that he's guilty. So now, you is the jury and now of this situation. You're going to make the decision on this situation. So let's see how it play out. Within the next few months, we will hear.
But General, a fundamental point of that is a jury breach. It change the whole consideration with the whole of them. You understand what I say? Fine, you have a case and from your breach with the evidence and from jury breach, it's a whole danger that to the case, right?
The prosecutor strike back with the first appeal court. And I said, listen, the first appeal court sided with us too, you know. So that's a part of the evidence.
No, but
let me finish. The first appeal court sided with the prosecutor too, you know. The first appeal court sent over the evidence to the Privy Council. So yesterday the prosecutor stated that, listen to me now, even the appeal court, you know, agree with we, you know. So this man is guilty, you know. So now you make the decision.
No, but Animal. The part of me not understand your reasoning. See? He court not this part now argue about guilt or innocent, you know.
Exactly. That's the point.
Procedural breach, you know.
Exactly.
Where judge do where remember say, all right, first thing when the defense talk yesterday, why there was not written and consistent context in where jury say the court book information missing. Where information missing can lead to strength or weakness in our defense or prosecutor, you know. So procedural breach, and that I treaty when them argue, you know. You know about if you're wrong or right, you know, or if you're guilty or innocent, you know.
And the next thing again about it, General, you ever hear say you have your right and keep it?
Enough time man on the right and get
They have the right for presume and get it. First thing, them breach with the phone and breach with the evidence. That is totally.
And the 500,000 where them go collect.
Exactly.
Let me tell you one of the thing I think beat the prosecutor. Him say a £2,000 or 500,000 Jamaican dollar for each person. But at no point when the judge asks him, say, on what line do we find this argument if a cash transfer, however we people more get the money, he can't tell. It's just 500,000. So argument based speaking, you just say 500,000, me I'll give them. What proof you have? Is it that the man say, me I'll give a check I come pick up the cash on the corner or tomorrow. No, they never prove that.
Jenna, let me say something to this, General. Common sense debunk that road boy. First of
No,
all,
man.
listen,
No,
Nah,
man.
man. Nah,
listen,
man. Nah, man.
Wait,
Nah,
let
man.
me,
No,
family,
no,
listen,
no, no.
let me make my argument, my general. Listen to my general. You are
No.
dealing, listen to my brother. These people are some of the smartest minds in the world.
Yes, but
Okay?
come on,
So, hear me now, my
yeah.
brother. Listen to me now, my brother. No, little
Mhm.
simple, nothing like that, not gonna slip to and figure like, say, okay. Here, first of all, the situation is this, all right? The situation never occur. So that part of the conversation happen. This is this about
But
that situation is this. The situation never the situation never rise up to be in a situation and then start negotiate any money. Then put up an offer and then put up an offer. No part about how money ever get come across, never come because the other party never agreed to it for that part of the argument develop. They're only showing that, listen to me, this is what him offer the people them. So you can go and talk like
Animal,
talk because the people. Hear me
yeah,
now, let me finish now. Let me finish and let me play. You can talk because these people ask some question. These people ask some question in general. These questions that they ask, these are what they are thinking in the back of them head. Yes, the case, yes, the case has a situation where the case should have stopped. Yeah, the case should have stopped. That's a one thing, make.
But what?
That is
Guess something glad
But
to
you
have
go
money.
far right and I tell you where the people them things are right. And I say,
okay.
that's
exactly.
another thing we argue about, bro.
Right.
Okay.
And the
So
next thing again, too, you can't come and say common sense when there is law supposed to be followed.
Mm-hmm.
family.
Yeah.
There is law to be followed.
Them up there say, I see you
Okay.
when the people
All
them
right.
say assumption can't work. You say,
So, all right, evidence is
Exactly.
same. Listen up,
Just
listen
a
up.
minute.
So,
Just a
me
minute.
ask you a question. Hold on one question. His
Animal.
first lawyer, them are smart people, them. And first set a lawyer, them are smart people, them. Everything with them are argue right now. You think him lawyer, them would have know that if argue that then?
Who?
This how him first set a lawyer. Finch is not in
Well,
Finch
I
team.
know.
This,
Well, I
hold
know.
on, no. This is the
Rick,
situation, my
yeah,
brother.
Rick. Animal. The
Mm.
question me still ask you. If matter no have nothing to do with the lawyer smart or evidence, is the procedural breach. And if first
Okay.
set a lawyer with Mr. Finson, did agree say is a procedural breach with the juror. So that means the
Yo,
liar
hold
did
on.
accept from morning say something did wrong. But the reason
All
you
right.
do
Animal. Animal.
All
Me can bet you
Can you hear
anything
me?
cartel walk free. Yeah, me
yeah,
remember me tell that.
but me not
Yo,
say
right.
him walk.
homie. My name is Hannibal, General.
Hannibal, but
Yeah.
my
All
respect,
right.
Ella.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear me?
Cartel go walk free, man. Everything speaking on the code for itself, brother, man. Jamaica, it too expensive for a retrial, my brother. And remember, from there's no retrial, brother, a one way to go with all of them tampering the brother. Brother, it's like a big surprise that go on to the member. Me tell you when the big hammer they knocking at the end. You hear me? I tell you.
All right.
Member,
Hold
me
on.
tell
Hannibal.
you.
All right.
so hold on.
Hold on. Hannibal. I want to share one story with everybody. Because I'm in Canada, right? All right.
Straight.
Three of we live in our house, right? Two of we gonna work. One of guy them live back and him do a shorter work than we, cause we out of town, right? You see, when my brethren come back at the house, him approach the house, him see clothes outside drop a ground. You see, when him go in our house, everything in our house jam stack and gone. All right, boom, you know. Remember, you know, him realize that somebody approaching our house and a thief, he thinks them. At night when it happen, him call me. And me then I'm chuck asleep and I wake up and I say that go on. I say that again broke now and take everything. I say, yo, call the police. Same time make a report. He make a report. And me call and make a report too. You see, when me and him dey on the phone, I say to him, say, yo, I say, don't go away. Stay near the house. Him stay near the house and few minutes after him see light turn on the house. I say, call back the police. You see, when him call back the police and the police come and they approach the house, he do a lock, you know. And him pull the door and go in. When the police then go in, there was a woman inside the house with knife in her hand, you know. Right? And when the police then approach her and tell her, drop the knife, she attack them. Them have to draw them gun and make she drop the gun. You see, when them lock up it, girl, and when time them come and take a statement, you know what them say to we say? Them cannot charge her for the things them in her house because they do not see her with nothing other than the knife in her hand. Right? That's
That
so
is
we not have no evidence say she thief things them, but in the idea she dey in her house, you know.
family. Listen on family. That them no want charge her, my general.
No, man.
No,
Animal,
we are
this one me ask you.
I
but
laugh, man. I laugh. I laugh.
Hold on. Animal, let me say this to you. I
I
Canada me live
laugh.
too. Canada me live too. Me have a
Yeah,
friend
man.
there. Go check him baby mother. Go collect him kids one night. And him baby mother and him catch up. And him baby mother run go for your knife. And his sister call the police say, yo, excitement and the neighbor don't feel safe. It's when the police come and ask what go on. Like he asked me Bridget what go on. The Bridget tell X amount of expletive. So me never call you, Bridget. I know me if you go ask question. Me never call you. Long as I know you call the police and can't ask you nothing. Cannot ask you nothing, can go ask who call him, have nothing to do with the matter. So in where this my youth here say.
Family, listen to family. That's a simple. Listen to me, general. That's a simple situation. In the person have
No,
to answer the
man.
person. Family, then,
No.
Allah.
general.
Allah.
Let me ask you
Allah.
one question. Answer. Listen to
Allah.
family. Common sense. Family.
Allah, brother.
Listen to me, general. Family. Listen to it's
Allah,
common.
brother.
Family, it's common
Allah.
sense. Family,
Allah.
common sense. Hear me now, my general. A group
Mm-hmm.
one of
Allah.
their one place. A police call. A one on call police. Yeah. The police come. And I call him. So what am I talking about? I don't know anything. Simple like that.
Animal, me go ask you a question. Three of them in
General.
our house. Me ask you that question. Three of them in our house. Someone already in Canada can tell you. Three of them in our house. Somebody broke your house. Somebody a broke your house. You can check your help on YouTube. Somebody a broke your house and you know see a man a lick off your door. You think you can just up me door and use your firearm and shoot him?
That is
Him
not
never broke
family.
you.
Listen to me. In a some
No.
state, listen to family. In a some state, yes.
In a
In a
Canada,
some
you can't do that.
family.
You
Then
can't do
how
that.
that family? Then how homeboy kill a little you down in Florida, my general, and
In
get
a
away past
Canada,
stand
you
your
can't do
ground.
that. In the
So
United
family,
States, it's different.
listen to family. Me tell you,
Sure,
say
sure.
everywhere.
I get
Family, me
wickeder
say in
than
this
that. Yo,
state.
I get Hannibal. You get something wicked. Say you know, say a New York car, a man a broke in a man car. And a man and a neighbor open the window and slap a man in the back and bust him head. And remember, you know, the man a screwdriver and everything I broke in a car, you know, brother. So you know, say when police come after the neighbor, them hold him. The man will lick the man through the window with the back like him and he not go jail.
Why you
You
know
get
for go
what I'm
jail? One day, man for go jail assault. One day, humble.
But Hannibal, I assure you, say,
Family, that has
you
nothing to do.
are
Rude boy, listen to my family. That has nothing to
Yeah,
do with
man.
this.
Listen me,
but
brother. You see that the right there, so brother. That for sure. You say you have to leave everything to the law, cause
to the law.
to the law, brother.
Family,
Cause that
hear this, I'm a
there's
general. Listen to me.
consequence to everything,
General, hear
brother.
this, I'm a general. Listen to family.
I mean,
Rules and law in the country, you know.
Well on it. Me ask you now one thing. So, how soon do you feel like them arrive at our verdict? Cause that me interested in. I mean, I
Now,
hear
At the
what
end of the
you
day, man.
2 months.
Nah, man,
Within
it's not
2
there.
months. Within
2
2
months,
months.
man.
Eh?
Within
And
2 months.
when the
2
matter
to 3
close
months.
today, if he close it there, then that's why the judge say we are gonna consider everything where the defense and the prosecutor put together and come
Right.
back with a verdict. So then I come back for now, man. 2 months time, man.
From them breach, man, from your
Yeah.
breach, law,
Okay.
Breach
that
a
is
problem, brother.
injustice.
Me
That
no,
is
Yeah,
listen, I'm
man.
a
Yeah, man.
general.
injustice.
Yeah, man.
Them not, family, them not need 3 months to think about that.
No, they don't need that
You
still.
see me?
They don't
So
need
here I
that.
go on, I'm a
But
general. They're gonna do research on the case. Yeah? They're gonna do research on the case, my brother.
Hannibal,
Yo,
bless up yourself.
up, my brother, up.
Panel, bless up on yourself.
big up,
Quickly.
All
big
right,
up.
bless up, bless up.
I
Yeah,
want,
man.
Bless.
That's something.
I want a clarification on where was the breach by law.
Thank you, my brother.
Come hear the argument at your room on the panel. So I just want, for the sake of knowing where was the breach based on law or principle.
Subi,
me have one quick one. Me just add one because I know for it. Them say the police get information from Digicel through an insignificant way. That's only one me I give. Is there evidence to support that?
Yes,
Them say yes,
Yeah,
them
man,
say
they
who?
have
Yeah,
evidence
man, there
support
is
that.
Them.
evidence, brother.
What was
Yes,
the
there is.
insignificant way? What was the insignificant way that they
Alright, so
collected the
Vegas,
evidence?
what
I
I
mean, your
mean,
human
Hold on,
rights.
one at a time, one at a time.
I mean, your human rights alone, like the phone company is supposed to give up your
No,
information.
me ask you, brother. Me ask you, where is the evidence of the insignificant way that they collected the evidence? Or what was admissible in the court? What was the source?
Extra call and text.
What was the source? That's not the source, brother. Come on, brother, do better than that.
that
What was the
wouldn't be
source?
sure. That'll be like digital. Oh, we police approach or
But what's the source? Give me the source and give me the source. Give me the name of the source, the significant source we have to about. Give me the name of the source. Because everything is documented, you know.
Facts.
basically no. It data with them a question or I think one of my questions was JS2 So whatever consists in a JS2 now, they are saying how they obtain information is not legally. It did not
But
operate
no,
non
you
legally.
just presented the argument, bro. So give me the source, so you know. So give me the source. You see them say, who, what them say. Let me ask, I learn from you.
No, but me I said me.
You
Me and you go
can't look it
source.
up
All
in
right,
no Vegas.
so
You
you
have to
know,
stop
so you
on it.
know, you know the evidence. So you just, so you have to go look it up. So you know the
You
evidence.
can't,
So,
we can't
so
look it up, brother.
hold
We
on,
don't
brother,
argue
hold
on
on,
no
brother,
head.
hold on, brother, hold on,
Hold on,
We're not
hold
hold
on,
on.
case
brother, hold on,
lawyers,
bro,
brother.
hold on, bro. No, but that, I tell you, if you go proliferate something, you have to have the source, and you speak out of something where you don't have no evidence of. Cause
You ever
you
check
just tell me
why?
say,
You ever
hold
check
on,
why the
stop now,
man
stop
them
now,
no
stop
want
now,
hear nothing?
stop
You
now,
ever
brother,
check why
stop
the
now.
man them no want? You ever
No,
check
stop now,
why
hold on,
them
hold
no
on.
want
You
hear
just
nothing about
said,
JS2K?
hold on. That's an assumption. You assume so the man don't want to hear anything. But
Them
what
no
you
want
just
hear
presented,
nothing because
sir,
them
hold on, brother, hold on,
them
brother, hold on, brother.
agree.
Hold on, brother. Assumption again. What I'm saying
How
is,
it be
if you
assumption and the man them say it more than
you are
one time.
saying the
Them man
man,
them tell this man
which
say
man
them
them
no
know
want
why you
hear
know?
nothing about it.
Which
Them no
man
want
them
hear
say them
nothing
know why
from
you
the
know about it?
prosecution. That 52 said them are go free the man them based on the
Ah.
evidence
No,
where
man, you
them
appeal
get
to
say
emotion,
them
brother.
the
You appeal to
juror
emotion,
tamper
man.
with.
No, brother, make a reason like we know like reason. No? You appeal to emotion. What was not said, brother. What are
I
they
know
what you same
emotion
thing,
I
man?
want to hear
You
from
appealing
the
to
judge. I
emotion.
know want
The
to hear.
judge did
Him
not
no
say
want
that,
to hear
bro.
with the prosecute.
The
Who else
judge
hear
did
that?
not say. The judge did not
Nah,
say
man,
that.
just
Where's
never
it?
say that.
Where's it? Stop it, brother, man. No, stop it, man. Remember
You
saying,
know
that,
hear
brother,
that?
when we're
You know
brother.
watching thing then.
This is a historic case and a something where we can learn from. And the whole thing is our main objective is to have a better justice system or a better society, don't it? But don't proliferate
Agree.
information that is not dispersed, bro.
No,
Secondly,
before them
we
break
pass
a while,
we
ago,
move
we
on
hear when
we
the
move on
judge
from that
say him
because you know,
don't want to hear the
brother, we move on from
prosecutor
that because you
from
brother,
JS2K.
we're moving on from that because you have no argument for substantiate your claim. Next question I ask and nobody answer me. Where the breach of the act? Where's the evidence of that? For the breach. The breach may ask about. You point out one, you're one flag. Where the next breach then? Where the next argument for the breach?
What me that say still as me say. Oh, they obtain
Where
information.
you are said that means says your opinion then, right? So it's where
Why?
you are said. Just want to start
Why?
off with that.
Me I got to why
No,
not
me
make sense?
no. You preface your argument with when me I say. So me I ask if just a
No, what
clarity.
I'm saying to you that it matter now. After the
Right,
case basically have to do three things.
right.
Breach. So
Okay.
we now question whether wrong or right. Cause wrong or right no have nothing to do with this. Based upon the precedents were set. What they ask the court for consider. You know, have nothing to do with wrong or right. In a sense that whether a man guilty or innocent, no. Wrong or right in terms of what judge should have do or what jury shouldn't do. And they say wrong or right come into play, which a procedural breach. And the
Where was the
evidence with
procedural breach though? Where was the
Alright.
procedural breach? So that may I ask
You
you.
the
ask
pro-
the you
Because
ask the
remember, see, I
evidence.
said the judge. Yeah, I
well
said the
on the
judge
proceed
committed. Hold on. Let me ask you again. Hold on.
Alright, let me tell him where the
Hold on. Just a
procedural
clarity.
breach is.
Just a
hold on.
clarity. Hold on. Just a clarity. Yes, you said the judge
Yeah,
committed a procedural breach, right? That's what you have
yeah,
to stand by, right? So that
yeah.
may I ask you where the
All right.
evidence for
So
that.
let me
Yeah.
respond now.
Alright,
So the
Take your
procedural breach
time.
when based upon the matter we presented and the question we asked, the judge in himself should have find out how far did the poison reach and not just get the poison information from the foreman say one person
exactly.
that try poison everybody. Cause the
That's not a
judge
breach,
at
brother.
this point
Bro, bro, bro,
never.
bro, bro,
Of
bro,
course, the
bro,
breach.
bro.
Him
That's
should
not a
stop
breach,
the
bro.
But
trial
That's
and get
not
a
a
fresh
breach, bro.
juror.
Sir,
A
yeah,
that's
breach.
not a breach.
but
No,
What you mean
that's
But
not
that's
a
why
not a
they
breach.
breach? Is that
That's
what
but
not a
then?
why they
breach.
remove him? Why they
Hold
remove
on,
him?
hold on, hold
That
on the time,
is
hold on the time.
that is not a breach. A breach is when you violate or when you go up against the principles or
So
against the law.
So
It's not
when
a
But
him
breach,
not go
bro.
against the law by continuing the trial, he should have stopped the trial
No,
and get a fresh
no,
juror.
no, 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 sir, no, sir. Go read up.
but
Go look back. I did a piece last night on it.
You know why him should do
And
that? There is a
no, no,
thing
no, sir.
where
No,
your
no, no, no,
mental
no, no, no,
state
sir.
can be affected
Sir,
by the fact that you got
why is
that you got
what,
bribe. It can
sir?
affect your
Hold
mental
on,
state.
sir.
Look at it this
Hold on.
way.
We argue two
The
different
juror that
things.
was on the case could have said, here what? You know, say me nah say this man innocent because the judge are gonna make me get arrested after the trial. And that comment that he made that he has the police and stand by to arrest anyone who collected the bribe That's where the strongest part of the case is. He should
But
have
that is not a
started
breach,
over with a
bro.
fresh juror.
Bro, that's not a breach. You're
Is what?
arguing the wrong thing. That's not a
Yeah,
breach, bro.
Alright,
but
It
Vegas.
is a what?
This is
but
Vegas.
me
This
that,
question
No.
I'm gonna ask you.
but when me that say why they remove one eye jury then? If him no
Well, they
breach,
removed.
why they remove him?
It's possible. I don't know what at what point they removed that jury, but it's possible that if the case not
They
started, they
removed
can
that
remove
juror
it.
because
Listen, listen, listen,
her son was on
listen,
the block that the
listen,
men,
listen. At
the
what point?
appellant was on.
At what point did they remove that jury? At what point?
They removed her from the early stage that the lady,
No,
that her
Before
it's
the
son was.
case
56.
started?
Listen, it was
Before
56
No,
days in
while
the
the case
trial.
was going on.
It's
But they
56
couldn't
During
remove
the
an
case?
next juror.
trial. Them remove them and remove her.
during the case?
Yes, 7 days.
7 days during the case. So it's possible
Yes.
that the argument, it's possible that they were in preliminary, and it's possible
And
that
they
the argument
couldn't
was not presented
remove
yet.
an next juror because you have to have at least 11 juror
You
on a
have to have
murder trial.
11, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
so they couldn't remove
right.
a next one.
But
So he should
hold
have
on.
restarted the
Can I say a
trial
thing?
when
Can I
the
read a thing?
bribery
But I'm
Can I
attended.
saying
read
to
a
you,
thing?
say,
Can I
it's
read a
not
thing
a
real quick now?
breach. It's not a breach
Hold
for
on
him.
at a time,
It's not a
Vegas.
Vegas,
breach
hold on, I'm
for
gonna
him.
close the argument now. Vegas, can I
What
read
is
a thing
it?
real
A
quick?
two
Hold
different
on, one
person
at a
attack, brother.
time,
You
man.
close the argument and me attack to one somebody.
The evidence me I read, brother, what you
Hold
want.
on, brother. Hold on. Let me finish
Okay.
it, brother. Yeah. What I'm saying is, I can't say a breach when the judge had the authority to continue.
But he never
That may I say to you,
went about it the right way. That's where the breach
sir.
is.
That's a sir,
Where he made the comment,
sir.
where he made a comment that if you accepted any bribe or it's suspected I have the police on standby, that can corrupt the remaining juror mind. You know what they call it? Bias. Bias is a very serious thing in court of law. Bias. It's very serious. And bias
But what
is
kind of bias is
plain
it? What
there.
kind of bias is that? What kind of bias is that?
Because you're
Vibes.
trying, what you're saying, the
That's
man that,
unconscious
you
bias.
notice
That's
that they arrested the
you're
man
arguing.
immediately
You
after
are
the trial.
arguing.
What if
You are
4 more
arguing.
jurors had come back
But
with a not guilty
sir.
verdict? It's possibility that
No,
they would be arrested
no.
also.
But that is
That's
assumption, bro.
Mr. Vegas. Can I say a thing real quick
All right.
instead of
Next person,
argue?
because yes, yeah.
Instead
Go ahead,
of
brother.
argue, let me just provide the evidence. All right, so
Right,
RJR and Jamaica Gleaner, you can go
right.
find the evidence for this. All right, so them say basically the Privy Council is currently hearing an argument in the murder appeal of Jamaica Entertainer. Them name out the man them name, and then them
Mm-hmm.
said issues before the Privy Council include telecommunication evidence. The defense argues that telecommunication evidence include voice message, text message, videos taken from Kartel's cell phone should not have been admitted as evidence. The phone was used to make unexplained phone calls and sent 3 text messages while it was supposed to be in police custody. Let's move on. Breach of procedure. The defense contends that the police obtained information from Digicel, a telecommunication company, in breach of proper procedure under the Interception of Communication Act. They argue that the breach violated appellant Vybz Kartel right of privacy, and it goes on.
All right, so you done?
Yeah, there's more, but it goes on.
No, but sir, but you have proved nothing that the judge
That's
committed
what
a
they're
breach.
arguing
That
in
is,
court.
so but then
Okay.
that's the argument, brother. They're arguing a breach. So if me argue, say your teeth mango, that means your teeth mango, brother.
You asked me where the breach was. I'm gonna tell you one.
No,
I'm gonna
that's
give
not a
one
breach,
because
bro.
it's lot
That
and
that
Digicel
is
obtaining
not a
information
no,
from.
but that's a
They
different
just said it
argument, brother.
though,
But
Vegas.
sir,
But
you're
don't talk.
reading they're arguing that there was a breach. Is there a verdict to say there was a breach?
And that them argue now.
So
No,
What are
that's
we
how they
talking
argue.
about, bro?
So
the
let me ask you
verdict
a
will
question.
come in. So what
So hold
rush the
on,
verdict?
So we know where I go on. So see where I go on. So on basically decide say is a breach before the verdict. And that not it.
Man, we can't decide to breach for very.
So no one said the judge committed a breach.
No, well, I know, Vegas. Well, I know. I
We are
question
talking
me
about the
want ask you now.
evidence.
Well, I know, a
Sir,
question me want ask you.
sir, evidence is presented. We not get no
Well, I
we
know
not get
Vegas,
no
man.
Vegas,
we
Vegas.
not get no results yet,
if
bro.
police, Vegas, if
Alright.
police, hold on, brother. If police broke in your car, Vegas, and them take things out of your car without probable cause or a warrant, that's a
That's why we
breach.
go
Anything
no,
them find in your car can't be
we go on
used in
trial,
court
and if it
because a
is
breach
No,
of
listen
trust.
up,
sir,
family.
we
That
go
is
on
up to
trial, but that has to be proven.
exactly. Exactly.
You know,
That
look
is
at
That's
whether you
hold
can
on,
ask that
family.
breach
Hold
was
on,
committed
listen up.
without it's been
That
proven,
is
bro.
up to the judge discretion, and the
Yeah.
judge. That is up to the judge discretion. So don't because it is the law.
A
It is the
man say,
discretion of the judge. The judge is
but
gonna.
Hannibal, not even that, Hannibal. You cannot say a man committed a breach and say it is a breach if there is no ruling on it, bro. Just like when you
Facts.
say this cannot be admissible in a court and the judge throw it out or bring it
So,
into the case.
so a question
You
I want to
can't
know
say there
is,
was a breach until the verdict, brother.
Listen,
Where you
listen.
get that
Hold on,
from?
family.
You read something
Hold
minute
on.
while and show say your argument invalid, bro. You say the defense argued that there was a breach, bro.
Bro, I said there was more of them talk about tampering too
You
and
no
all them
matter how
thing there.
far you want to go, that
All
is
it
been
went on,
argued.
but I'm not gonna read the whole of it.
But
But yeah,
sir,
so
So what is it now?
it has
What
been
is it now?
argued.
Allegations.
It has been argued that a breach was committed. We have to
Yeah,
wait for
it's
the
not a
verdict.
breach though. It's not
Exactly,
a
bro.
breach. It's an argument. It's
Come
an
on, bro.
allegation.
Yeah,
It's not a
man.
breach unless, and the only way it's a breach is when the court has agreed that it was a breach.
exactly.
But the
When
defense is arguing that breaches occurred. So we have to kind of reason with some logics now the thing though.
Exactly, bro.
But
And then
again, I look
want to do with that type of reasoning, I know.
the
Let me
verdict
tell you
come
one.
back yet.
Hold
So we
on.
need
So
to go say that
no,
to
we
you.
never reach
Yeah,
a
but
disappointment.
no, but
the
you
reason
guys
why I
are saying
came on
it's
the
a
panel,
breach.
the reason why I
Yeah,
came on
you
the panel
guys are
because me hear
arguing that it's a
una
breach
boof
though.
me brother. I say, him man know him. I say, I me come ask him some simple questions. And una give me say
but
the
the verdict
defense
not come back
argue.
yet. The verdict not come back yet, so we
So
never
you
in a look
argue
to
say the
see your
verdict.
No, but
question
why
in
are
that
you saying
direction.
there's a breach
Your
though?
question is
you
too
admitted
Well,
technical.
well,
Your
one,
question
one,
is
admitted
one
too
after
others.
one after
Decorum,
breaches,
one at a time.
one after breaches is when them use the phone for send text messages and them type of thing. There, that's a
That
breach
has been
on a
argued.
whole.
That has
No,
been
that is being
argued.
argued,
brother,
That has
Lion
been
Man. I
argued, sir.
mean,
That has been
Canon.
argued, sir.
That's an
Alright,
argument
Better than
let's
that,
presented,
use
brother
the
brother.
man.
word for now.
let me
Clarity,
get to talk, my brother.
use the word allege.
We have to understand sir, the reason why there was a breach. That's the reason why we are here in a privy council.
No,
Not because
no,
The Privy
no,
our
no,
Council,
no,
court of
no,
Jamaica.
no,
the Privy
wrong,
Council would
wrong,
never accept the
wrong,
case if there
wrong,
wasn't a breach.
No, it's not
Exactly,
about
that's the
wrong,
breach,
point.
bro.
wrong,
It's
sir.
about
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
No,
constitutionality.
no,
Yes,
no, Mr.
sir.
Hold on,
President.
no, man.
Facts.
Listen,
Hold on,
Breach
no,
is
brother. Hold on, no, man.
constitutionality.
Hold on, no,
This
man.
is
Come on,
listen.
man.
Yo,
Hold on,
dog,
no,
you
brother,
have to
man.
understand, sir. There was a breach. That's the reason why I reached out to the Privy Council because the Jamaica court
Exactly.
never addressed the breach, which
No,
is
but
fact.
hold on. All
Exactly.
right. So, question.
Rubbish.
A
One
quick
at a
question.
time. One at a
What
time.
is the breach? What is the
All
breach?
right.
Tell
Emotive.
us the breach.
One at a time.
Brother,
Listen up.
brother, the
Let's say
key.
this.
Hold on,
Let's say this
Hannibal,
now.
man. Make the
One at a
general
time
tell
now.
us the breach, brother. Make we hear him definition of the breach, no?
Hold on. When me want to say Hannibal and Mr. Vegas, why the case reach a UK? Can
Just
you
talk about the
explain?
breach, brother. You put an
Let me
argument
answer that.
forward. Make we
Let me
hear what
answer
you
that
say,
real
no?
quick. Let me answer that real quick. Let
Yeah,
me answer
Hold
the
on,
question.
Hannibal. Make him tell me the breach, no, so we can understand where
No.
my forward from, brother.
no.
Make we just answer for them question and them answer for the question.
But we
Sinners
have
don't
to
answer the
hear, but we have
hold
to
on,
understand
hold
where
on.
they're coming
Sinners,
from,
Brother,
bro.
brother,
sinners,
Make we
talk
talk, you
one at
know.
a time. Make we hear one answer
sinners
clear,
them
you know.
no want answer Imhotep and them ask a question. So make we give them the answer. Listen, my brother.
Yeah,
Hear this now, my
yeah,
general. See?
yes,
Before this appeal, before it got to the Privy Council, there was another appeal court before. That
yes,
appeal court before sided with the prosecutor and said that, listen to me, this man is guilty, you know. So here we go on, my general. We are going to send it to the Privy Council. The Privy Council take the case because this is my general. He's entitled to that. Listen now, listen to my general, even if there was a video evidence in the court showing Vybz Kartel killing the man, him still entitled to a Privy Council trial. I'm constitutional right. It's just
Look
like a
how
man
much
locked
man
up.
entitled to Privy Council, but the Privy Council not hear them.
Come
No,
again?
but
Why
hold
they
on,
hear
no.
Them
Vybz
have the money.
Kartel?
Them
No,
have the
hold
money
on, no,
like
brother.
Vybz
Stop
Kartel.
that,
That's
man.
I
why.
know
Come on, man.
money. It's not money.
Brother,
That's
hold
why
on, no,
It's
brother.
about
Brother,
it's
brother,
about
hold
the
on,
financial
man.
strength and
connection, my brother.
evidence.
Hold on, man. Make we talk with little sense, no, man, and analyze the reasoning, man. Remember
yeah,
saying, brother, the Privy
yeah.
Council have to look at the arguments presented and see if there's any merit. So a case
Exactly.
not being accepted, it can simply means there's no merit, brother, to
So
that
cartel
argument.
merit. What is cartel merit classified
His
as,
right
or
to a
what?
fair trial. Hold on, man. His right to a fair trial, brother. And that's them there.
And why?
That's a constitutional right,
What would
brother.
hinder his rights to a fair trial? Wouldn't it be classified as breaches?
Brother, we are
Family,
talking about
everyone is
breaches first. Hold
entitled
on,
to.
Stop talk so
brother.
loud. Make
Hold
people
on,
take your
man.
feed
Yeah,
there,
man.
brother, man.
We
You can't
can't
talk so
reason,
loud
so,
and
bro.
so ignorant, brother, man.
We
We have
can't
to
reason,
make
so.
sense, bro. Do better than that,
Constitutional
brother, man.
breach. constitutional breach would hinder their right to a
It's
fair
not breach.
trial.
You keep using the word
Sir,
breach,
stop it,
though.
man.
You
Stop
keep
it,
using the
man.
word breach, and you
So
So
what,
what,
can't
brother,
reason
man?
it so.
Brother,
what is
children
the
are listen
correct
to it.
word?
Bro, sir,
You
sir,
know
sir.
what's the
Children are
correct
listen to
word?
it. Stop teach people foolishness, man. People are listening to when are that knowledgeable of the justice system and want to learn to, bro. Stop teach people
All right,
All
foolishness,
right.
brother, man.
all right.
You
Christian
tell
Mr.
me the right
Vegas.
word.
Christian Mr. Vegas. Why, all right. What they want to use to sentence Cartel to life? Lead me up to the steps there.
Yo, listen up, family. That question is
But
irrelevant to me, brother. Hold on, Mr.
me
Vegas.
not understand the question, brother.
The
Well,
family, that question is
Hannibal, you have to make people
irrelevant.
talk. Hannibal, make him man talk, no
Yeah,
man, Hannibal,
well,
man.
me not really fully educated like me. So if me raise a
When
point,
brother
you
stop use
can.
education and no make it look like
All
Yeah,
say
right,
we are
common
using
sense
status for
reasoning
you,
this
brother,
all
man.
right,
still.
Brother,
A
reason
common
for stuff,
sense
but I tell
reasoning
you,
this
say,
still.
you can't
all right.
use something and make it and force it on people when there is nothing to support it, bro. You're reading something and then you go,
Yeah,
your inference wrong, bro.
all right.
You
Correct.
understand me? I say
Respect.
you read, so
Yeah.
they're arguing a breach, and then
Mr. Vegas, watch this. If you get locked up today, right, and them take away your phone, and your phone get used after in a police custody, that alone is a breach.
That me I say.
it is.
That's my point.
Oh,
Because
all right. So I'm canon now. So you compare that to the conversation now?
What about it?
No, I
because
said,
Because
you compare that to the conversation because that is where the conversation was that you read from. So how the
Yes,
same example is the same to this conversation?
as that happened with
Imhotep,
cartel.
Imhotep.
You're
Hold on,
confusing,
brother.
brother.
Iman ask a
No, me
question.
not confused
Hold on,
because you are
hold on, hold on,
compare,
hold on,
you are
Jaja, hold on.
confused yourself.
Well, I'm a judge. You say if a man take on my phone and them find things on my phone and the police them
No,
use my phone,
brother, I never say all of that, brother. You
I
get
ask the
locked up.
question again.
All right, you get locked up,
I go
right?
in. Yeah.
And your phone in a police custody, like everybody
Okay.
phone, right?
Okay. Okay.
When you come out of jail the next day, or whatever, you realize that your phone did I use.
Okay.
You can take up what you want to take up with the law after that, you know. You see me,
Yeah.
sir?
Yeah, but what is
The
now
evidence,
canon?
the
But that's
evidence
a
is
Canon.
different
the evidence
argument.
is there that the phone
That's a
was
different
used in
argument
custody.
than saying, but
Yeah,
sir,
but
that's
Remember
canon.
the phone
sir,
is
sir, hold
evidence
on, man,
itself, you
hold
know.
on, sir,
And
man,
then
hold
the
on, sir.
evidence is being used in
Sir,
police
sir,
custody.
sir, have we moved on from the judge committing a breach? That you done with that? Because it's a
Yeah,
different
right.
question, you know. You can't tie in two
Oh.
questions and try to substantiate your point, bro. A
Brother, the
different
evidence is
argument, this, you know,
there that
bro.
the defense are
Sir,
challenged that.
sir, is this
Cartel no
so
same
this?
phone
Hold
used,
on, hold on,
people
hold
no
on.
same
So
phone used on
because
the defense
let me
side.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So because the police
Yeah.
them use cartel phone, the judge committed a breach?
The judge committed a breach, what do you mean?
Ask me. Because the
No,
argument
the judge breach is that with the juror. The manner in which
if and we already established that
allegedly,
the judge was
allegedly.
we already established that, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
civil court will now have to say the judge violated Cartel's constitutional right or
Yeah.
breached on his constitutional right. That is what we're arguing. The second question when the
Yeah.
brother asks about phone,
Mm-hmm.
there are situations or circumstances where the evidence on the phone, say for example, they find you on a phone molesting a child. Zin? Now the phone in a custody, them already extract the information where they need for the case, and the police will take up the phone and use it. Are you going to tell me that they have to throw it up because they saw evidence of you abusing the child?
Bro,
So there are
can you have to look at
situations.
this, bro? Look at this. You see, evidence
No,
can
no,
be
no,
tampered
no.
with. Like, watch this. If
No,
them
no, hold on,
find,
me
hold
asking,
on, if them find,
but you know, answer, hold
if
on, the
them
key
find
point.
20
If
pound
they
of weed in my car,
extracted,
right? If them find
listen,
20 pound of weed in
listen, me
my
as a
car
person,
and car got a police station, it can't be touched, taken
listen,
home
me
by
as a
no
person,
police. It can't be
listen,
nothing.
me as a first, listen, me as a first. If they extracted the information prior to it being tampered with, will that be admissible? Or will you accept that as valid?
Brother, the evidence can't be touched for life. It dead for life, brother.
Evidence are evidence.
It dead for life. A man can't get
once
back
you
in
Well,
phone.
guess
tamper
what?
with
If the judge accepted it and the defense
Mm-hmm.
went ahead with it or whatever, brother. We don't know the
Yeah.
circumstances, brother.
But
But the panel they have to
But
talk
that's a
about it
different
though, Vegas.
argument.
the
We there
But
to
jury,
that's a
talk
listen up,
different.
the
about it.
general.
That's a different
General.
argument. Though.
We
That is
there
what
for
they're
bounce
arguing. So
ideas
we are
off of
going to
each
know
other
now.
though. That we are doing.
Yeah,
We know
but
we are
we are gonna know
lawyer.
now. But we are gonna know now, brother. We are gonna know now. That is why we are at the Privy Council, you know. Me not agree that the police them should have touched the man phone. That unethical.
But Vegas,
That
you come
that
back.
is against
But that common
protocol.
sense
Vegas,
reasoning we are
Vegas.
talking
No,
about,
You
man.
that
got
is
you
a,
got
Panel.
it right there.
but bro,
We are
So
not
what,
that
lawyer and
that
judge.
is
Mr.
against
Vegas?
protocol.
Mr. Vegas, where you would have called?